So I just wanted to take a little time for us all to gather and chat about where we go after this. Hopefully you learned some things in the last 26 hours. I know I learned a lot of things. There were several sessions where I was like, wow, I need to go read a lot more to know about what's going on in this area. So as we wrap up, I wanted to sort of go back to where we started. So if you were with us at the keynote or the opening or our little playtime into the Three Horizons framework, we began with talking about disrupting, reimagining, or re-imaging and convening the future. And so one of the things we were talking about in our first session was, what are the things, if we think business as usual is losing its fit for a purpose, for a thriving future, where a just future for all. I think a lot of us would say that business as usual isn't working for that. I think we're trying to grasp, and I hope you've seen examples throughout these last number of sessions over the last day and a half of viable future opportunities, things that could really help bring forward a new way of doing things, or maybe we just saw some things that are beginning to bridge towards that viable future. So maybe we were seeing some Horizon 2 things. All of them are good, right? If we take a Horizon positive perspective, there's things to be gained, to be learned from all of them. But I think we're really, a lot of us in this space are really trying to work towards this third horizon of a viable future, where we all can thrive and there is justice for all living things. So we've covered a lot of different topics. This was just as a little reminder where we've been, might help spur your thinking. We've been everywhere. I think we found some nice themes that carried throughout, the themes of the intersectionality of social justice, environmental justice, and sustainability. Some interesting things that are going on campus. Hopefully you learned some around how the council works, or how facilities is really moving us towards our carbon neutrality goals. And then this ways that we can be involved in the natural environment. We were hoping that you had some takeaways in each space of things that you could be involved with personally, actions that you could take to move forward. It's a good time, this beginning of the year time, to be thinking about this. We have plenty of time still in the academic year to work towards change together, and we have lives ahead of us. So hopefully these themes got you thinking in different areas. So I might try to just keep us together. So I've been debating breakout groups, but why don't we keep together here and do a lot of chatter in the chatter box. So what are the things, I'm curious to hear from you all, just little blurbs. What have you learned? What sessions did you think were great, or that were really helpful? What did you learn about in those sessions that was really great? Were there things that you were like, man, I could have listened to that person or learned more about that thing for another couple hours? Or why in the world didn't Chad track down somebody to talk about this? So what things would you have liked to learn more about? And then out of what you've learned so far, well, let's do those two first. I want to wait for the last one. So jump into that chat. Okay, start the chattering on what was most helpful. What did you want to learn more about? And for those of you just joining, we are doing a little chatting in the chat box about sessions that you thought were great, things that you might have wanted to learn more about. Those are the two we're sticking with now. Sorry, I don't have background music. Despite it being a Friday afternoon, I won't sing for you as we get the chatter going. Okay, so that's some good stuff on the first couple sessions. Keep those coming if you want, but I'd like you to switch to, what do you think everyone on campus should know? That one or two things that you took away from these last 2 days that you think everyone needs to know about? Or did you already say everything that you need to know about? Everybody needs to know that sustainability is a collective responsibility. Everyone needs to know that you consume a credit card's worth of plastic per week. It's a whole new meaning for like swiping in. So the other takeaway from, I really liked how Lisa challenged us in the science of team science. She challenged us to take, how are we going to take this away? Or what are we going to do about this? I'd encourage you to think about one or two people that you could tell about that thing that everyone needs to know. What is that takeaway? I mean, I think a lot of people should know about the credit cards. Do you feel comfortable enough talking about the intersection of social justice, environmental justice, and sustainability? What are the things that, think about one or two people that you can talk to about that. And especially those of you that are saying that, there's ways to get involved on campus. Who's a couple of people that you think would enjoy knowing about that? As we think to the future, I also want to pick your brain about where should the university be going. So I appreciate all the great feedback on things that you've learned the last couple days, things that are going on campus. But where should we be going? And so I'll bring us back to a quote that Ali kicked us off with in the first session. But in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. Sometimes I feel this way, and I'm not calling you all beginners. You all are experts too. But how do we focus on our future with a beginner's mind? And if we were to focus on our future with a beginner's mind, what do you think needs to be done? What's emerging that should be supporting? But how do we get to that future that we really want? We are at 17 people. I think this would be a good one to break into maybe 3 groups, so that you could actually talk about this. Before we break, I will put this in the chat. But yeah, we're going to take those questions with you. We're going to put you into a smaller group so you can get some chatting. You can unmute and chat. We're going to send some grad students that work in the Center for Sustainability along with you to take some notes. But yeah, let's go. We'll go for about 6 minutes for some chat time. See you soon. Okay, so that was much longer than 6 minutes. I apologize. We got to talking in my group, and then I was like, we got to get out of here. So I'd encourage you as we go through the next slide or two here, just as I think I've got 2 more, to put any highlights from your group, things that you thought about that you talked about that should be done, throw them into the chat. We'd love to see what you all were talking about. I just wanted to share a couple other ways we would encourage you to keep any energy and momentum from these last couple days going. So there's lots of ways. Hopefully you keep seeing that. There's lots of ways to get involved and to keep taking action. It takes all of us. It really does. I hope that was another takeaway. It doesn't matter Office of Sustainability is 2 people, and that's really for a reason. Full-time people, because it's everyone's work doing sustainability. It's not one office's responsibility. So join us in many ways. If you've got a staff or faculty meeting or a class or a student org that you think might like to know more about sustainability on campus, ask us. Emily and I are always glad to do those. We send out our students to do that work as well. Lynn is often doing tours of solar projects or buildings. If you have the opportunity to focus a class project, I mean, Hannah presented on her honors project, which was looking at composting on campus or doing a research study. There's different ways that you can take the work that you're already doing and really apply it to campus. I mean, I think about, there's work to be done around electrifying campus about figuring out carbon offsets and cost of carbon for how we calculate what happens on campus. There's a lot of things that can be done. And we honestly, we do so much work in sustainability and we collect so much information, we never have time to report on it all. So there's information to be had. If you haven't been to our website for a while, du.edu/sustainability, know that that's meant to be a portal for all things sustainability. So it's meant to be a place where you can find about what degree programs exist, find news, find research outcomes. So check that out. If there are things you'd like to see on there, just email us at sustainability@du.edu. If you're not signed up for the Twist, contact us at that same sustainability@du.edu, asking to be signed up. We send out a listserv every week. It's short, it's fun. It's a lot of what's going on in sustainability on campus and in the area with some internships and job opportunities as well. Hopefully, if you didn't see the session on sustainability in your professional development, if you're a full-time employee, know that that's an option. It's through our learning management system, the Pioneer at Work. So and you can also talk with the supervisor to make that a goal for a year. Or if you're a supervisor of other full-time employees, you can make it a goal for your unit, which is fun. And then it just gets tied right into our learning management system. Again, if you saw the council presentation, you heard more about what's going on with the council or how we got to where we are with the council. I'll put the Teams link in the chat here in terms of how to sign up for just join that team. It's an open team, so anybody can jump into it. We do have these 2 upcoming meetings. There are council meetings that are happening, council committee meetings that happen monthly. And so keep getting onto the Teams channel to look at what's going on there. That's where those things will show up. So these are just some of the ways that you can get involved. There's many more. And I would just end with a lot of thank yous. Thank you to Emily for pulling all this together. It was a big lift. Thank you to all the speakers, all of you for attending. And again, to the many people that do sustainability work, think about thanking some of them as you see them if you're on campus. Some of the people that do this work don't get recognized. You think of the folks in food service and in custodial who are doing work that is sustainability work and is critical. Thank them, take the minute. Thank you for taking action. We want to keep moving towards this just and thriving future. And thank you for completing the follow-up survey that we're going to send to you next week. We need that feedback. All your feedback in this session was super helpful as well, helping us better understand how to make this a better conference moving forward and how to get more information out to you and continue to shape the direction of sustainability at DU. So that's all I have for this session. I thank you all so much. Emily, do you have anything else that you would like to add?
Simply just to echo all of the thank yous that need to be sent out into the world to make this happen, all of our speakers. I sat in on every single presentation over the last 2 days and they were phenomenal. For those of you who missed presentations, we will have them up on our website next month. So you can go back and watch them later. Thank you to Chad for helping us get this off the ground and helping to recruit some of our phenomenal speakers. Thank you to you all who attended and engaged with all of the programs so thoughtfully. And thanks to DU for housing so many fantastic folks.
And come see us in our new space. The community
Yeah.
commons is awesome. If you get into campus, come check it out. We're the Green Suite. We didn't even ask for that. It's just they did it. So
Yeah. First
and
floor, community commons. The walls are literally green. So come and say hi.
right. With that, enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. Get out there in some fresh air and don't be on Zoom anymore.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Happy Friday.